Hi everybody, it's me, Corey T, and in this video I want to talk about and share with you from my perspective what I'm noticing in my clients who have messaged me telling me that there's some dramatic change in their dynamic with their specific person, or they're officially together now, or they've received contact from their specific person. Because recently I've had quite an influx of messages from clients, both present and past. Some people I hadn't spoken to for about a year or something have recently messaged me telling me that they've received contact or that they're actually together now with their specific person. So I was thinking about this and thought it was really interesting, because what I noticed in all of these cases was that every single one of these people who contacted me said that they had got to a place where they were feeling much better. They'd come to a kind of acceptance of the situation. And very often I hear people saying things like, it's okay, I'll be okay if this person doesn't come back. And it's like they reach this kind of level of peace with themselves, which allows them to enjoy the present more and allows them to really be more of who they are, and they start to grow in their confidence. And this is something that I notice again and again and again with my clients, is that through those validating conversations of I see you and your experience makes sense, and it really does make sense. I can't tell you how much I empathize with the journey of manifesting a specific person and a relationship. When I say I understand, I hope you know that I really do understand, the pain of it, the ups and downs with it, the confusion of it, the messiness of it, the feelings of shame that you get with it from family and friends and all sorts of things. There's so many big emotions that come up when you are mirrored with someone in your life who is bringing up all of these emotions that, very often come from childhood. And I think through those conversations of learning to understand yourself and learning to understand why you are attracted to this specific person, for example, and why you might be having these feelings of fear or abandonment or loss or grief or whatever is coming up, through acknowledging those and actually holding space for them and learning how to do that yourself, you come to more of an acceptance of who you are and how you feel about yourself, and therefore are less attached to needing someone else to do that for you. And I think when we're young, in an ideal world, we would be taught how to do this, from the get-go. We would be taught, how to acknowledge and hold space for our emotions. But because we are not really taught that, we don't really learn how to hold space for these more difficult feelings, and then we look outside in our relationships to meet that need for us. And then you come into the manifesting community or the healing community or the self-healing community, and you hear all these messages of stop seeking external validation. You need to learn how to do this yourself. And actually, in order for us to learn how to do something, we need to be modeled it. And that, I think, is why, conversations, whether it's with a friend, whether it's with me, whether it's with a mentor or someone else that you trust, where you actually are being validated for the way that you feel and your experience of what you're going through, is incredibly healing. For someone to say, I see you, and what you're feeling makes sense. And what I've noticed, in my group sessions and in my one-to-one sessions, is that there's this, this self-acceptance that happens over time when you start to really have self-compassion for yourself. And this helps you grow in confidence. And then you start to lose the attachment and the need for that person to come back, and then you feel happier and better and lighter, and then that's when they seem to come back. That's what seems to be happening. That's what I seem to be noticing. But obviously you can't get there from willing it and trying to make yourself think like that. It actually comes from the experience of feeling that physiological shift within yourself of self-acceptance. This is what I believe, this is what I'm seeing. And I think, if there was someone on the internet who had the specific guide, you must follow all of these steps and then you will manifest your specific person, they would literally be like a billionaire, because everybody would want to know how to do that. But the thing is that no one can, because everybody's journey is so unique. Everybody's past is so unique. Everybody's emotions are so unique. Everybody's specific person is so unique. So like, we're all on a very individual journey with this, which is why we do need that support from, you know, from groups, from a mentor, from friends, from people who are just with you, who don't judge you for being on this journey. And I think that having that space to express what you're feeling with someone non-judgmental, you know, whoever that might be for you, is such a powerful thing. Brené Brown said, shame dies when stories are told in safe places. And I think that that goes for all of our feelings as well. You know, acknowledging the hurt parts of us, the wounded parts of us, those parts of us that we have somehow shamed. And when we come to love those parts too, our confidence blooms. And so that is what all of this is about, I think, the confidence and the self-acceptance. So often I have heard people say, I'm actually okay now. It's okay if this person doesn't come back. It's okay if I meet someone else. It's okay. They're okay with it either way. And they know that it isn't actually about this person, and it's more about how you are feeling about yourself. And when you get there, you're free. And I don't know everybody's specific journey and how long it might take for you to feel that way and for you to hear from your specific person or for the situation to evolve, because everybody's on their own, you know, unique timeline. But what I seem to be noticing with all the people, especially recently, who've messaged me, is they've all had that level of detachment that's come from a growth in their confidence, which is what we do in the coaching and what we do in the courses that I do, and really what my whole channel is about, so that you can really come back to yourself and remember how amazing you are, remember how worthy you are, remember that you're on the pedestal and that this person is really lucky to know you. You know, you might have noticed that in this video I didn't really talk about affirmations or visualizations or any of those techniques, and it's not because I have anything against those things, because I actually really enjoy doing those things because they can really lift you up, they can make you feel better. But I think there's something deeper than all of those kind of mental, mind-based techniques that happens with a physiological shift where your confidence grows. And I personally think that that happens for everybody differently on their journey, however they get there, through, you know, conversations, through that validation, through learning how to validate and feel your emotions, through expressing and releasing those emotions, and also, you know, adding in those things that you enjoy, adding in the affirmations, adding in those visualizations, because it's actually undoubtable. I cannot deny that for me in my life as well, the visualization stuff has been really, really powerful. And I have heard too many stories to deny the fact that whenever we create something in our mind, whenever I've created a scene or something that I want to experience and I have embodied it and lived it and imagined myself being and feeling like that person who already has that thing, I have experienced so many times where that has actually come into my reality. But I think, you know, doing those things on their own is not going to create the physiological, you know, shift in your body and in your actual sense of self, who you actually feel like you are, and the detachment that you need in order to really let go, basically, and experience what I seem to be noticing in all of these people that have recently sent me messages on Telegram or on Instagram or email to let me know what's changed. And I really do think that that was the one really, really common thing that actually makes it feel very comfortable. I posted something on my channel recently, which was a message, a screenshot from someone, and the best bit about that message was when she said, I feel very secure talking to him now. I mean, that's the success story. That's the real shift. That's the, you know, the self-concept stuff. That's the growth in confidence. And that's amazing. And that's what changes dynamics, I believe. That's what changes what you say to someone, how the conversation unfolds, how it manifests, your energy, all of that, when you're feeling generally better about yourself because you know your worth. And so I just wanted to share this message with you today to share my observations, basically, to share what I'm noticing. It's kind of like I've been doing a case study by accident, just by talking to all of you, noticing all of these common themes. So yeah, it's really, really interesting. So, oh, it's 11:11, I've just noticed. So I'm making a wish for all of you that you will experience that shift. Experience that growth in confidence and that level of detachment and peace within yourself. Go out in nature today. Go and be in nature. That is what I just felt like saying that to you. That must have come from somewhere, but I'm going to go and do that now. So I hope this has given you some insight. It's really interesting seeing it from my perspective, and having experienced the journey myself, I really do understand it. So if you would like some one-to-one coaching or any extra support, you can find all the information on my website. I'll leave the links below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.